Good day. You are watching Info Hub Studios. This is our special report on back-channel diplomatic efforts between India and Pakistan to normalize relations in the region. High-level sources say back-channel talks are continuing between the intelligence leaderships of two countries. The strategic rethink is grounded in the country's need to prioritize economic matters. India approached Pakistan in December 2020 with an offer to reduce tension and offered back-channel talks on all outstanding issues, including Jammu and Kashmir, and Pakistan reciprocated favorably, fresh information emanating from official quarters has confirmed. The Indian offer was discussed among the top Pakistan leadership and a decision was taken to explore all avenues for a peaceful settlement of conflicts by engaging in quiet talks, according to high-level official sources. India proposed that the two countries start talking on all outstanding issues side by side instead of lumping them together in a composite dialogue, said the sources. The Pakistani leadership has agreed to explore all options that can lead to lowering of tension. It is an opportune time for us to take a strategic pause, says an official. We need a break from the cycle of violence and focus on domestic issues. For the two South Asian neighbors that nearly went to war in 2019, the recent moves constitute a major policy initiative towards normalization of ties. They also reflect the changing dynamics in Islamabad and New Delhi, whereby those advocating greater engagement have begun to dominate those people who espoused a hardline and hawkish approach within decision-making circles. The back-channel talks, sources confirm, are being held between the intelligence leaderships of the two countries. Sources say New Delhi had preferred that these quiet negotiations take place at this level instead of through a political platform, and Islamabad had consented. However, it was in December last year that the talks went into higher gear. Since then, a number of confidence-building measures have taken place, including a ceasefire agreement on the line of control (LOC) that divides Azad Kashmir and occupied Kashmir. The Pakistani civil and military leadership is said to be on the same page on the latest engagement with India. While in the past, the military had its disagreements with the elected leadership on policies with India, officials now say that the military high command wants a greater push for peace in South Asia. This is why there is an admission that Pakistan should focus on ensuring the people of occupied Kashmir, who continue to undergo pain and hardship, are provided relief. At times, one step back can lead to two steps forward, says an official. This development is important for maintaining peace stability in the densely populated South Asia region. To understand why now India is reaching out for peace with Pakistan. This gesture could be considered an olive branch extended by India towards Pakistan for peace. All this must be taken into context with U.S. forces exiting from Afghanistan, after U.S. peace deal with Taliban. Now India is feeling vulnerable due to its anti-Pakistan foreign policy against its people, since it has been fueling and funding terrorist activities in Pakistan through its proxies in Afghanistan for over 2 decades now. Now India is trying to do amends since U.S. exit from Afghanistan has changed the dynamics of the region in favor of Taliban, China and Pakistan. Indian BJP's government war rhetoric and anti-Pakistan statements for past 7 years is public knowledge, and now this peace gesture seems out of order for defense analysts in Pakistan. Since BJP government is still in power and their foreign policy hasn't changed, as they are still trying to sabotage CPEC and other related projects, through raw terrorist cells operating in Pakistan, explosion in Quetta, an attack on Chinese ambassador is a clear example of this war policy, which could result in another escalation between the two nuclear-armed rivals. Highly placed officials argue that India is investing in this fresh engagement with Pakistan because it is faced with a two-front situation on its western and northern borders. As a result, it has had to move a significant number of its forces deployed on the western front to the northern one with China. After this redeployment, Pakistani intelligence officials estimate that the ratio of Indian to Pakistan forces deployed against each other has, for the first time, come down to 1:1. There is an assessment among certain analysts that under the BJP government of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, India could never be trusted to maintain any long-lasting peace in the region.